Is it a hamburger? No, it's a cheeseburger. There's some cheese in there.
Is that? I feel like that was maybe just some.
Today is Burgerlicious Day.
It is.
Even
At
though
this exact moment.
Even though it's
things
national,
are happening.
even though it's National Pizza Day.
I don't know how that happened, but maybe we should do a Pizzalicious event next year.
I'm excited. Tonight's going to be a great band, great night. Is there liquor flowing too?
There will be some Prosecco, some wine. I mean, gosh, I don't know. There's always something going on. Lots of beer from our friends at Samuel Adams. Thank you. Been with us all 11 years.
Not related to Fab Adams.
No relation to Thad Adams.
Is he going to be doing something tonight, Fab? You know, is he going to talk? What's he going to do?
I don't think so.
He's a silent leader, right?
No, he's pretty vocal. I just think that, tonight's a night for him to come and enjoy and see the, rewards of, the organization that he is chairing, having a great night. Beautiful out today. It's gorgeous. A little breezy, keeping the humidity down about 75%. Sunsets tonight, 6:10 p.m. And that's when your appetite rises.
All right, let's talk about what's happening.
Sunrise, sunset.
Do that again.
Sunrise, sunset.
Okay, so
what's that from?
I don't know.
Fiddler on the Roof.
If I was a rich man.
La da 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 da. I don't know all the words to this.
Okay, so Reconnect last week.
Yes.
Who was the speaker?
That's a great question. May have been one of our members.
Okay, at Morton's always.
Always at Morton's. We work with the wonderful Elizabeth and her team, and it's always great. That event sells out the minute it's available. 50 folks, first Wednesday of every month, and really fantastic. I was sitting in on a Communities of Excellence webinar that exact time, and so since I am the leader of that effort for our chamber, I was unfortunately not able to attend, but I love going over to Morton's. I'm there a couple times a month.
You never invite me.
Events.
I don't know why.
Well, it's for Reconnect, and we're sometimes back for Impact. Sometimes I'm there for a business lunch or a social activity.
Okay, book club last week.
Book club was amazing with Jim Toohey, a book about Mother Teresa called To Love and Be Loved. I don't know. I had to ask him. I think it's T-O-W, but that's pronounced Toohey.
Oh, Jim Toohey.
Awesome. Oh, my gosh. He, is from Miami, close friends with Jeb Bush, David Lawrence, all of our wonderful community folks, and wrote a book about knowing Mother Teresa personally and, working with her. He said, she was quite a very savvy businesswoman because, they bought a number of properties in order to, minister to their flock. And, you can't do that without some level of investment and savviness. And, he actually tells the story sort of emotional in his book, kind of the last, few days of Mother Teresa's life, which, the world knew she was ill and frail, but, as you can imagine, she had been, in love with God her entire life.
All right, speak about God. This weekend you had a busy weekend. You had a roofer, you had your haircut, you had a
busy here. I forgot to put that I went to the opening night of Margaritaville at Actors Playhouse. That's right.
Was it crowded?
It was pretty crowded. 35th year anniversary kickoff. So I think myself and a lot of folks were there to celebrate Barbara, Larry, David, Earl, the whole crew. 35 years.
It's impressive.
It's impressive for any, local theater company, but to have been through the last 2.5, 3 years that we've been through where, those venues were shuttered. People couldn't go and see live theater. And audiences are still down between 20 and 30% because just like the movie houses, they're not really prepared to be necessarily, in that space.
Right. So what about, you got a haircut this weekend? All of those hairs?
Surely did. Yeah, because I was going to Tallahassee and I wanted to look my very best. But yes, I had the roofer coming and I'm having my roof worked on because it needed a little bit of work. I had a small little leak. And so I've been watching this guy and his company work across the street at the neighbors. Went over there, asked them what they felt about him, thought he was really fair, really good with the work that he did there, including painting the whole house, the whole building. It was beautiful. So I see him Saturday morning, and I said,
come on over.
I went over to him, and then he came over and he said, well, let's walk around. And he said, listen. He said, there's a lot of work to be done. We need to pressure clean the roof because it's dirty. And then, there's some broken tiles, which happens.
Right.
We'll repair those. I had a plant growing out of the back corner. I guess a seedling had fallen.
Right.
And so it was growing like a bush on the it had cracked a few tiles with the roots. So he's like, well, replace those and then we'll get in there.
All right.
And a beautiful sealant. I should show you the picture because I don't think you're going to believe it when I show it to you.
And then what about a fitting? What are you getting ready for a wedding to go to?
No, but I had a suit that I bought on Small Business Saturday, and I needed to
make sure it fit.
Make sure that it fit. I took that with me to Tallahassee. Then I went over to that was at Sartori Amici, and then I had a fitting with a shirt I had bought at Artigiano, also on Small Business Saturday, that had come in. We put that on. Beautiful. Let me show it to you.
Wait, so
you're going to be blown away because I think it's a really,
You had dinner with Rosanna? Who's Rosanna?
Rosanna Weber. So one of my great board members. She's with Peter Weber del Prado.
She is delight.
She's delightful. And her husband was out of town, and she said, hey, are you at work? It was Saturday afternoon, early evening.
Of course.
I said, yeah, I'm getting ready for Tallahassee. I'm leaving in the morning. She goes, well, I'm at work.
But she lives, her office is in
They're a little further, but she was working from home. She lives in the Gables right there behind Lotus Garden. So I said, well, let's meet. So we went. And
Where?
Where'd you meet? We went to Miss Saigon. This is the shirt I bought. What do you think?
Wow. It's not a tuck-in.
Not a tuck-in.
Holy.
100% Italian. I had it measured and fitted for. And I have one more coming in that hasn't come in yet.
Wow, look how nice. That's an expensive shirt. That's a date shirt.
Big Daddy.
That's
wearing on Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So after I tried it on, it was a perfect fit. They went and pressed it, and then I took it home. And then you wanted to see the roofer photos. This is remarkable. So I'm having the roof, pressure cleaned, repaired. And then,
get the plant taken out.
The plant removed, and then clear coat put on.
Andres, you doing okay over there? You find out your problem?
And then we're going to paint the whole house because, after we did the pressure cleaning and the cracks, it needs to be painted. So that's two big projects. He does it all.
Do you have to get permits in Miami Springs?
Let's just say we're making progress. So look, this is the roof when they just started pressure cleaning it.
Wow.
Okay, so it was dirty.
Right.
Here's the plant growing in the roof.
Wow.
It's like a seedling that had fallen off like the leaves. Now look at it.
That roof is humming looking.
Josh, thank you. Then, we started getting some of the mold off the side of the house in the back.
Georgia, can you bring it around over here?
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you. It's pizza day.
National Pizza Day. And so they did all of that. Here's another angle of the little plant. I thought you'd find this hilarious. There's the other angle where the little plant was growing.
Wow.
So yeah, we're doing all that, and then we're going to paint the house.
Well, pizza was brought to you by Power Pizza, E.J. Martinez.
Thank you, EJ. These are beautiful.
And EJ also opened a new place called Subbies.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Where
very
is
good.
that? Here you go. Wow. There's some nice heat coming off of that.
73rd and...
Andres, is there any water?
Can you get him a glass of water somehow?
I feel like there's got to be a glass of water here. Grant's always trying to, Andres is not wanting, he's just not having it today. We've got a technical problem.
We got a lot of issues. Okay. So,
Burgerlicious Day, that's all that matters.
Right. But it is National Pizza Day.
Who's coming from your crew? I saw some people.
I got 5.
Right.
One is, who are the 5 people? Oh, George Gonzalez is 1.
Okay.
Amy Donner is 2.
Okay.
3 is, your boy,
Raul
Yes,
Martinez.
tickets.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was looking at the list this morning. So, we just got back from Tallahassee late Tuesday.
Let's hear about Tallahassee.
Yeah, so I flew up. I had dinner with Rosanna. Thank you very much. It was lovely. We laughed a lot. And then I went home, started packing laundry, and then I left for the airport at 6:30.
Sunday night.
Sunday morning.
Oh, Sunday
So
morning.
I got up at 5. Finished, I had to put a load of laundry in. Finished drying that, and then...
You took an Uber over, I assume.
Yeah, because it was too early to ask my nephew to take me at 6:30 on a Sunday of all things. So get to the airport, and everything's kind of closed on a Sunday at that time of day. So then basically I hung out, was reading, and then the rest of our crew arrived. I think 4 or 5 of us were on that flight. Got up there. We were about an hour and a half delayed because you remember how rainy it was on Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Get into Tallahassee, check into the hotel, go to lunch. Thank you. Not a lot of things open for lunch
in Tallahassee
on a Sunday in Tallahassee. Thank you, Andres. Do you want a little water here?
No, I got.
Then we went to. I caught up on a bunch of work and emails and worked on our priorities again. And then we had a group dinner. I think there were 6 or 8 of us at that.
Well, so Sunday we were just hanging out. Monday was your.
It was work and prepping.
Right.
Then Monday we got started at 9 a.m. and we had just rolled through the meetings. So I had a meeting with Florida bankers. We met with the legislative team.
How many people from your team were there?
For the Florida bankers meeting, there were 5 at that point. And then at our height, we were at 16. We were traveling with the city of Coral Gables, and they brought 5 or 6 folks. And then there's a few folks that are just in Tallahassee for pre-session, committee weeks. It was also special session this week related to a number of items. So a lot of activity. They were talking about, the Disney issue. They were talking about NIL. They were talking about concealed carry.
And
you name it.
And they're going to change the law. If you run for a federal office.
Correct. You don't have to resign to run. Which, a lot of states have that.
Most of them.
When Joe Lieberman was running for vice president, he was still running for his Senate seat.
Oh, same time.
Same time. He was on the ballot twice in Connecticut. So there's a lot of precedent out there for that. Thing is, we had changed the law to preclude that from happening a few years ago. So we're kind of
it's interesting because
seeing the pendulum swing.
If you're in federal office already, no, not federal, the state.
Yeah. All right.
So
thank you, EJ. EJ?
EJ.
EJ, thank you.
Okay, so now that means when Francis Suarez decides, if he decides to run for president, he doesn't have to step down from the seat.
It depends what office he's in.
He's the mayor.
That may be a city of Miami rule.
Oh, maybe.
If he was governor,
and
this law goes through, he wouldn't have to.
Right. So, he considered running for mayor, governor, not governor, as president. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
There's rumors. And that will, Ron DeSantis, I guess, if it passes, will run for president. Maybe. Who knows? Right?
Everybody we met with said it's the worst kept secret in Tallahassee that he's running for president. So we meet with the Florida bankers. There's issues there with credit unions and community banks, different rules. Stearns Weaver hosted us for a great lunch. They've done that a number of years.
Gene Stearns' team.
Yeah. So we're in their beautiful Tallahassee offices. We have lunch, but they also give us a great briefing on what's going on during committee weeks. Marco Paredes leads that group. He used to live in Miami for many years, and now has lived up there since 2006. Then we were off to meet with Senator Ileana Garcia, Representative Busada Cabrera, the Florida Retail Federation, the Florida Chamber.
You have a good relationship with those.
Yeah, they're terrific. And then we had a reception with the city of Coral Gables for all the legislators. And it was nice. We had a little wine, a little cheese.
Where?
It's a place called Portofino.
That's all right. So you're
It's right there on Adams Street. It's a great little retail small business. The wife is a sommelier. The husband's a lobbyist. They're right across from the Governor's Club.
So You had your 16 people, plus you had the city's Core
They
Gables.
were in the. We had our 12, and then they were in the 16.
It was smart having the governor and the
Yeah,
mayor
so
with you.
they were added on to our 12.
It was exciting.
Yeah, I mean that's about as big as you can be because you got to move people around. Sometimes you got to split the group because meetings overlap, and also you're in these legislators' offices
That are small.
and they're small. So we met with a bunch of new faces that are up there.
Like who?
Vicky Lopez, Fabian Basabe, Senator Alexis Catalud.
They're all familiar with Core Gables Chambers.
Oh, we've got relationships with all of them because some of them have been in different roles. Vicky's a member. And used to be a restaurant owner in Coral Gables. I have to tell you, what an impressive group our delegation is. You know, Ana Maria Rodriguez leads that group. She's an outstanding senator. I think we have a cool video footage of me pinning her with our chamber pin.
Oh, absolutely.
We also met with the retail. We met with the Lodging Association and Restaurant Group. We met with the Department of Economic Opportunity, which is great for our members. We got a lot of insight into a multi-million-dollar grant program that's being deployed this quarter. We met with the governor's office, his deputy chief of staff. So, and if you go to our Instagram, tons of pictures. Andres, can you pull up our Instagram and show like some of the pictures? I think they were on the regular. I don't think they were in the stories. By the way, I'm wearing my Burger shirt, Burger Squad. I got all my staff these shirts for tonight, Burger Squad.
Wow.
So that we can find each other in 1,200 people.
It's exciting.
I think so.
All right,
we're using the whole this year, and I'll talk more about that when we talk about Burgerlicious.
Okay,
so I saw the setup.
Let's talk about we got the impact. You had the trustee luncheon coming up.
Yeah, all that's coming up. So it's a busy month. Next week we have our women's business lunch and a wonderful speaker. We have a woman who's a business coach. We'll talk about balance in your life. If you go to in the second row middle. Give you some of that.
Okay, well, it's not there.
Oh, no, it's right there.
I don't know if you can get it.
No. Technical difficulty.
Yep. All right, so women's business lunch. You got Impact.
Impact is a program with a woman named Minerva Salas, who's really talking about growing your customer base and maximizing your potential.
And you have a big breakfast at the end of the month?
Yeah, we have a breakfast with our partners at UHealth. It's Heart Month because it's February. And so we'll have a speaker coming in and talk a little bit about heart health.
And a trustee luncheon?
Yeah, at the end of the month, we have Patricia Will coming in from California. She was supposed to be our speaker in September, but because of a storm, she's with Belmont Senior Village.
Oh,
wait. The partners with Baptist.
Yes. What's her first name again?
Patricia.
She's a dynamo.
Great. Yep. She couldn't come in because we were having a storm, and so we had to postpone that until February. So we're thrilled to have her.
Okay. Let's talk about Tallahassee. We got that.
Yeah.
Oh, so we had our small. You couldn't MC it yesterday.
Yeah, you had a great breakfast, I heard. Well, but normally, isn't that on a Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, that's what happened. They called and says we could do it Wednesday. We said okay.
All
right. We got Gino Damari, who's one of our people, and then they had coach of the Gables, head coach. He has 4 daughters, by the way.
Wow.
And then we had John Jay, a local hero. He played 12 years baseball, but he grew up, in the area. He played at Columbus.
Who do you play for?
Columbus High School Hall of Famer. He's a University of Miami Hall of Famer and a future Arbiters Hall of Famer. Yes.
Oh, he's on the list tonight.
Tonight?
Dave.
Yeah, I got to remind him. Yeah.
5:30.
Yeah, so it was nice. A lot of baseball high school coaches came in, and that was good. Yeah, I sat Westminster High School coach right next to the manager, and they talked about local stuff, and it was good. It was like it was a little interesting because Javi Fernandez, the mayor, stepped in to fill your shoes. It wasn't as good.
No, I'm sure it was.
There was nobody making fun of us, so it was really boring.
Yeah, it's not the same if somebody's not throwing shade on the Miller brothers.
Right, Andres? So, okay, let's move on. Black
Let me
kid.
just ask this question. You didn't really talk about Skip at all. What do we learn about him?
I want to tell you something.
Okay.
He is. Andres, was he funny? Was Skip funny? The manager of the Marlins. Was he funny? He cracked jokes about
But
his
it took
dog.
a lot to get that out of Andres.
He
Did
made
you
fun
feel
of
that?
different things. He was really
Like,
social.
hit me with a joke. Did he make fun of you?
No, but he talked about his pets. He named pets after the first guy he got a hit off of. The first person struck him out. And then John Jay, just a regular guy. And you'll go, how did this guy play 12 years of baseball?
And who did he play for? I feel like I
Cardinals.
should know him.
Cardinals. Could you type in his name in John Jay?
John
first?
Jay.
Yeah.
And he's a
In
Hurricane
Alum.
superstar, alum,
Right.
and Hall of Famer.
Right.
John Jacob Jingleheimer. There's the Skip.
There's Skip. And what about the John Jay?
Is that the coach?
Yeah.
He looks so young.
He is young. Yeah.
How young is he?
I don't know how old he is. And John Jay is there's John Jay.
And John Jay's working for the Marlins now.
Coaching first base. All right, so let's move on.
Oh, so has he been buddies with Skip for a while?
Yeah.
Usually that's like your crew. Like you roll deep with your crew.
Yes. All right, so we got Black History Month.
We do, and we kicked off a program on Tuesday on our Instagram Live celebrating Black History Month. That was with Tamika Bickham. And every Tuesday from now until the end of the month, we're featuring a business leader, business owner, and the focus is on, their journey, what Black History Month means to them, and what they attribute their success to. So
It's funny.
we had Chris Lomax, who's a local attorney, faculty member at UM, on Tuesday night for like 25, 30 minutes.
So I met her at one of your events,
Tamika,
and I reached out to her, and she's doing something at Gables next week.
you
I want to meet with her. I think was quite unique in television. I think she told me she's doing a history, some more history. I think, I gave her some of the history that I knew about Coconut Grove.
well, she's got her own company, obviously a media personality herself. She is a small business owner. She's emceed a lot of events for, I think it's South Florida Business Journal. So we're going to try her out at one of our events, but she chairs our DEI
We talked
committee.
about the Coconut Grove, how it's really not all Coconut Grove, part of Core Gables. People don't realize that when you go east of US 1, you're still in Core Gables.
There's a big neighborhood there. There's Little Carver and Carver Middle are right there.
Used to be Carver High
The
School.
Wawa was going to be there.
Right. So, all right. So we have tonight live music by who's playing?
Mad World Orchestra.
And
They've been with us probably 7 or 8 of the last 11 years.
And you got 17 restaurants. That's the most.
No, I wouldn't say it's the most. I think our biggest year was 22. But now it's just the new layout and everything. There is a limitation. So 13 are burgers. We've also got Playa Bowls, doing acai bowls for people that are like, I really can't eat that much meat.
Really?
We've got Misha's Cupcakes. We've got Cafe Grumpy doing a coffee cart and Cortadito, Wine 41, and of course Samuel Adams. But all the restaurants have showed us, what their burger is, and it's like, some are on their menus and some are just like a creative tour de force that they're going to deploy.
Right.
And we've got a bunch of new players tonight.
That's good.
John Martins is a first timer with us. Capital Burger, which won't open until April, is with us tonight.
Who's the judges?
There are 10 judges.
Who are they?
They range from restaurant owners, like juniors of Junior Burgers, to Wine and Food Festival perennial participant Letty Alvarez from
That's great.
LA Sweets.
Wait.
We've got the head chef of Whole Foods.
Wait. What's the lady's name at LA Sweets again?
Letty Alvarez.
Yeah, right. Okay.
She's LA.
Yeah, right.
And her lovely husband. And so they'll be out there.
They're great people.
They'll be judging. We've got the mayor, of course, Vince Lago. We've
How many
got,
hamburgers could he eat? He has to run around a shard
You don't
again.
have to eat the whole thing, but you're going to have to try 13 of them at least, maybe 14. I think one restaurant's doing 2 different burgers.
Okay, and who else? And the other judges I might know?
A catcher that we just acquired for the Marlins named Matt.
He's going to be one of the judges?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is he a catcher?
I don't know.
First baseman?
I don't know. Okay, so Super Bowl.
I'm missing a couple.
Who's your person? Your team?
I'm going for the Chiefs.
Is that because the Chiefs have won how many times in the last? They've been in
Once. They've been in a couple times, but they won it once.
What? You don't like Philly?
I think Philly's great, but out of solidarity to other family members who prefer like the Redskins or the Cowboys, that's that division.
Right.
I also think that Andy Reid's kind of like my spirit animal. I also tend to support the AFC since the Dolphins are in the AFC. And here's the most important one. Patrick Mahomes is cute.
Oh, okay. Well,
do we have a picture of him, Andres?
Hey, clap it on the screen.
Nothing happening.
So regarding Andy Reid, he's one of the best.
My spirit animal.
And then, by the way,
you dress him up like the abominable snowman, but
I know you don't know who this person is, but he played for the Corey Broncos. Then he went to the Palmetto Raiders. Then he went to Columbus High School. Then he went to the University of Miami. Gets drafted to play for the Bears. He's a free agent. Signs with, yes, right, Kansas City.
And now he has a chance to win a ring.
Deion Bush. He's like
I don't know him, but that's great. Listen, I think the Eagles are also really cool. They and the Chiefs have won a Super Bowl within the last, I think, 5 or 6 years.
Philly won when? How many years ago?
5 or 6, because I remember Brian Bearcat wearing his Eagles socks for a year, and I don't think he washed them after they won. I also have very diminished respect for a community that is so poorly disciplined that they have to rub the light poles with Crisco so that people don't climb them because they're just that insolent.
There was a great movie. Mark Wahlberg played a wide receiver. What was it?
Played Vincent Papale.
Is that a great movie?
It's one of my favorites. It can be on at any time, anywhere, any place.
And you're going to watch it
again.
And
be halfway through or all the way through, and I will watch wherever it is.
I can't help but you get addicted.
There are a few movies like that for me. I'm the same way about Hunt for Red October. I love that movie.
Oh, that's a great one.
Any of the Bourne movies. I mean, you can pick them right up.
The Bourne, right.
So, yes. So, I think it's going to be a good game. Something's going to have to give there because, one has a really tough, stout defense. They both have pretty mobile quarterbacks. Hopefully, Mahomes is 100% healed from his high ankle sprain. You don't know.
Right.
Jalen Hurts was injured the last 3 or 4 games of the regular season.
But nobody knew that.
He wasn't playing, but he was hurt, shoulder. He played at Alabama. I think Mahomes played at Texas Tech.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Patrick, call me.
Valentine's Day. What do you got planned?
What do you have planned for us? Do you have a Valentine date?
No. What day is Valentine?
It's kind of weird. It's a Tuesday. You all right? I don't want you to get emotional when I'm talking to you about Valentine's Day. So I don't usually have a Valentine. It doesn't mean I haven't gone out.
But you just got a new shirt for
on Valentine's Day. So I would probably wear it on that. No, I have a date.
Where is this date going with you?
We're going out for dinner, Italian.
Where? Anna Capri?
I'm not telling you where. No, I'm not going that far south. Sorry, Joe.
Okay.
I feel like Joe's going to be full up that night. I feel like that's a big night. He's a big romantic himself.
Okay.
Will you be there and waiting on tables?
No, not at all.
I feel like you have a date and you're just...
No, I might wait tables.
Being that guy. And then we've got a big dinner together.
Yeah, but Saturday, Sunday, I'm at Arbiters. I'm behind the counter.
Yeah.
Joe is Dave is on the customer side. And I'm flipping hot dogs. I'm doing French fries. I went around and cleaned.
How are the tot sales?
Tot sales are killing it. Trover tots.
Where else can you get a great tater tot?
Wait, I'm spraying tables so these people think I work there. So
they look at you and they're like,
work release.
How the mighty have fallen.
So I go up to this guy. I walk around the counter. I go, Hi, Mr. Diamond. My name's Grant Miller.
Oh, Mr. Diamond.
Alan Diamond.
Yeah, I know Alan.
Yeah.
The patriarch.
Right, exactly.
Was Vivian with him?
She might have been in the car. Well, I don't know because he picked me up. I said, I introduced myself. Grant Miller Community. He says, "Oh, I thought you worked here."
When I used to do my chamber work days on Fridays once a month.
Why did you stop that?
Because I was a terrible employee. I really have very, very limited skills. And because of those limitations, I go into a place, our wonderful PR team would pick a location, work it out. He'll be here at 2, he'll work till 4. He likes to finish up by sitting down with the GM or owner and, interviewing you. It's all set up, So I remember one time I worked at Cafe Demetrio, my favorite places to go and have a breakfast meeting or an afternoon coffee meeting. And, they had it set up for me. I'm not a barista, so I wasn't going to be making lattes or cappuccinos. Right. But I could deliver it to your seat.
Right.
And, their little thing is the magic heart on top of it.
Right.
That would be my job.
Draw
the little heart on top of your phone.
Well,
so, I'm delivering coffee, and I'm, carrying with, 2 hands. I was nervous about dropping or spilling. So after I'd done that a few times, this older gentleman was there by himself, and he goes, so, I have my uniform on. Right. It's ill-fitting because they only had an XL, and I probably was a 3 or 4
at that time.
And I said, "How are you, sir?" And he says, he goes, "I want you to take this." He hands me $5. And I said, "Oh, that's very generous of you." And he goes, No, you're not going to make it here. He goes, you don't have it. You're too slow. You're too distracted. You're not on point. You're not going to make it. You're so right.
You're not a servant.
And then I said, this is kind of like undercover, chamber president. I'm really not.
You're cut for that.
Made for this, but funny.
Let's move on. Speak about 7,200 people now. Organic on your Instagram.
Yeah, and that number may be a little bit low. I don't know if Morgan had a chance to look at that or update it.
In January, you guys kicked butt. You had 22 new members, 1 trustee.
Yeah, we could have dealt with a couple more trustees. So we're trying to pick up sort of backlog up here in February, which is kind of our halfway through the year point. We want to be a little bit more aggressive in our sales and closing. So,
well, we have to wrap it up because you have to get ready in a couple hours. You're going to be Mr. Burger.
Yeah, so if you're listening live and you haven't gotten your Burgerlicious tickets, you got to buy them on site. They're $60 a person, and 2 for $100, which saves you, $10. Sorry, $20, and it gives you 6 burgers, 2 beers. Great music, lots of camaraderie. We closed the registration down first thing this morning because we had already hit 1,200. And even though we're using the full street versus kind of half to 3/4 of last year,
you still don't want it too crowded.
We don't want it too crazy. So the weather is spectacular. When I got here, it was right around 81. It'll be about 77 tonight, breezy. Should be clear to cloudy.
If you want to dance with Mark, he'll be near the dance floor between 6:30 and 7.
I do like to dance. I'll be probably more likely on the stage, but
oh, really?
Yeah, because we've got a little stage program. We're working with one of the announcers from the Marlins, Paul.
Wow, Paul. What happened to what's his name? He does everything.
Who's that?
I got his name.
I don't know.
He does most of it. Okay, we got to wrap it up. It's a great day. Burgerlicious tonight.
DJ, thank you to Power Pizzeria. It is National Pizza Day, but the best way to celebrate a pizza is by eating a burger. Tonight, Burgerlicious 11 returns to Coral Gables on Alhambra Circle between Ponce de Leon and Salcedo Street. Doors open at 5:30. Burgers are on at 6. Music at 6:30. Best in Bun Award winner, People's Choice Award winner, brought to you, of course, by Terra Nova and Bean Automotive, respectively. And most importantly, come find out why Coral Gables is really the best foodie community in all of Florida.
Wow.
We just had another wonderful member of ours given some Michelin love yesterday, the Lion and the Rambler. But it's really our burgers that remind us that, we're everyday people.
Just regular schmoes.
My goodness, our group is creative. Come meet the folks at Capital Burger. They're going to be here in April. Come see the guys from, John Martin's had only been open since November. Check out our tried and true friends at Clutch. I think tonight's the night for him. Pincho.
Pincho makes a good burger.
How about our good friends at, Ruth's Chris, Morton's, wonderful people. And
I don't know how their burgers. I usually don't go those.
you got to figure it out, brother.
All right, let's wrap it up because we got to get down there. We got to get to Alhambra. Set it up.
We got to. Well, it's been a busy couple of days here to start the month of February, but it's all been the roads leading us to tonight, Burgerlicious 11. We started thinking about this about 13 years ago. We were in the midst of the Great Recession, 2009, 10, and 11. And one of the things that we knew is that people weren't eating out as much, but they might splurge on a Friday and go to a restaurant, but they're going to order the hamburger. And so every restaurant had a great hamburger on their menu as a way to say, you know what, we're with you. We're of the people too. And so we just started putting it together. And it took a year and a half or so of planning. Drew Kern, Wayne Eldred, our leadership at the time, helped us kind of have a vision. We worked with the Coral Gables Community Foundation and Andrea Hanley when she was leading there, doing a great job. And here we are all these years later, bigger and better than ever. And it went from being sort of a burger fest, burger war, to Burgerlicious. And where was I when I saw the inspiration for it?
Where?
A Black Eyed Peas concert right before the Super Bowl.
Where?
And it was here in Miami, and I saw the phrase Fergilicious flashing up on the screen, and I'm like, that's it.
Burgerlicious.
It's Burgerlicious.
Marklicious.
And it's trademarked. Thank you, Eric Rowe Dubois. We own this ad infinitum. Will always be our event,
Who's
our
Eric?
name.
Eric who?
Eric Rowe Dubois from EPGD Law did our trademark work, and we own it, baby. It is ours forever.
Wow, congratulations.
This hat, though, well, seen better days. But come out and join our team, the Burger Squad. Congratulations, of course, to Angeline and Haley, who are only been with our staff 4 or 5 months and have put together such a large and incredible event.
Absolutely.
And in 2 months, we'll be talking about our Doctors Hospital 5K, 10K on April 15th. So,
all right. It's a wrap. See you tonight, 5:30 to 6.
5:30, Alhambra Circle. Thanks again to everybody. Come out and enjoy some juicy goodness.
Wrap it up, baby.